Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful, I'm very happy that we are meet again. And today is our 15th meeting. Our topic is today about the parallelogram, the definition of the parallelogram, the characteristics about the angles and the sides. And 7.2 is based on all these things of the parallelogram. First, we learn what is a parallelogram. Parallelogram is a special type of a quadrilateral. And what is quadrilateral? Any four-sided figure is called the quadrilateral. So parallelogram is the specific shape of the quadrilateral whose pairs of the opposite sides are parallel. When the two opposite sides are parallel, pair of the opposite sides are parallel in a quadrilateral, then that quadrilateral is called parallelogram. Now you see in the diagram ABCD is a parallelogram because AB is parallel to DC. This notation is used for the parallel. And AD is parallel to BC. They are the pair of two opposite sides of a parallelogram. Now come to the characteristic of the parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel. We discussed this in the definition. In a parallelogram, the two pairs of opposite sides are congruent. Then the third is in a parallelogram, the two pairs of opposite angles are congruent. You see in the diagram which two angles are opposite, angle A, angle D, angle C and angle B. They both are opposite to each other and they are equal in measurement. Suppose if angle A is 60 degree, then D must be of 60 degrees. Same for C and B. In a parallelogram, the consecutive angles are supplementary. Supplementary means the sum of two consecutive angle is 180, angle A and angle B. If we add these two, the sum of these two angle will be 180. Same for A plus D, the sum of A plus D will be 180. Same condition for the angle D and C, and same condition for the angles of B and C. B and C are also called the base angles of the parallelogram. The fifth characteristic of the parallelogram is the diagonal bisect each other. You see that there are two diagonals AC and BD and they both meet in one point and they are equal in length. They bisect each other. These are the five characteristics of a parallelogram, and when we are doing the exercise, we will use these characteristics in the question if we need. Exercise 7.2, only one question is there and question 1 have 6 parts. Diagrams are given and according to the diagram, the unknown values, we use a characteristic of the parallelograms and we direct find the values of unknown things that we did in exercise 7.1, where the angles of the parallel lines are given to us and we write the characteristic and find the unknown angles. The first diagram is ABCD. In your book, they didn't label the diagram, but I labeled it ABCD. Now ABCD is a parallelogram. You see that angle E is missing and angle F is unknown. If we see that F and 78, they both are opposite angle of the parallelogram. So we can find the value of F directly. Angle F is equal to 78 degree. And what will be the reason? Opposite angles of the parallelogram. And now is a turn of E. Angle E is equal to 63. And what will be the reason? Alternate angle. Angle E and 63 degree, they both are opposite angle to each other. Yes, the second figure. In the second diagram, X and Y, they both angles are missing and only one angle 70 degree is given. So because you see, according to the diagram, you can see Y and 70. What type of the angle they are? They are opposite angle of the parallelogram. So y is equal to 70 degree, and we give the reason that the opposite angles of the parallelogram. PQRS is a parallelogram, and angle P is equal to angle R because they both are opposite angle of the parallelogram. Now is a turn of angle X. Angle X and 70. We learn the characteristic in the parallelogram that the consecutive angle of the parallelogram are supplementary. It means that the sum of X and 70, this will be equal to 180 degree. So X plus 70 is equal to 180. We shift 70 to the other side. 180 minus 70 is 110. So measurement of angle X is 110 degree. Angle Y is 70. The straight reason is they both are opposite angles of the parallelogram. X and 70, they are consecutive angles of the parallelogram, so they are supplementary. We add and we get 180. X plus 70 is equal to 180, and the reason is consecutive angles are supplementary, and from here we can calculate the value of X. The third diagram, in this diagram we calculate the side and the diagonal of the parallelogram. No angle is unknown. The parallelogram is RFOU. Opposite pair of sides are RU, FO. They both are parallel. And same RF and OU. They both are parallel. The parallel sides are also equal to each other. In the parallelogram, the parallel sides are also equal in length. When RF and OU, they both are parallel, it means that they both are equal to each other. So we can write RF is equal to OU. RF is equal to OU. But in the diagram, RF represented with G and the value of OU is equal to 16. G is equal to 16 centimeter, and the reason is opposite sides of the parallelogram are equal. Now is a turn of H, and you see that where H lies on the diagonal of the parallelogram. Two diagonals are there, OR and FU. But we learned that the diagonal bisect each other. Bisect means they divide the diagonals into two equal parts. And you see in the diagram, M is the midpoint of these diagonals. M lies in between the diagonals. And O are divided into two portions, H and 14. RM and MO. RM represented by H, and the value of MO is equal to 14. When we said they both bisect each other, it means that RM is equal to OM, RM is H, and OM is 14. H is equal to 14 centimeter. And what will be the reason? Diagonal bisects each other. Fourth diagram. This diagram is a composite shape or composite diagram. What is composite diagram? Composite diagrams are those diagrams which made by the combination of two or more than two basic diagrams. Basic diagrams are rectangle, square, triangle, parallelogram, like this. But in this diagram, you see that there are three squares and two parallelograms. So first we take the parallelogram A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. This is a parallelogram, and according to the definition of the parallelogram, AB is parallel to DC, AD is parallel to BC, and the opposite angles of the parallelogram, angle A, angle C, angle B, and angle D. So according to the characteristic of the angles of the parallelogram, opposite angle of the parallelograms are equal. So x is equal to 95 because angle A is equal to angle C. They both are opposite angles of the parallelogram. So according to this characteristic, we can say that the value of x degree is equal to 95 degree. Now come to the other parallelogram, which is A, G, F, and N. A, G, F, and N. In the book, they didn't mention N, but in my diagram, I mentioned that there is N on AB. A, G, F, N. This is another parallelogram, and in this, AN is parallel to GF, and AG is parallel to FN. According to the angles, angle A is equal to angle F and angle G is equal to angle N. A and F, they both are opposite angles of the parallelogram where X represent angle A and Y represent angle F. We already calculate the value of X from the previous parallelogram ABCD, where the value of x is 95 degree. But y is equal to x, it means that y will also be equal to 95 degree. So according to the given diagram, two parallelograms are there. X and y were unknown and they both angles have the same value 95 degree. Is it clear to you? Y lies AGFN parallelogram and also X lies there, and X also common in ABCD and AGFN. So first we calculate the value of X and then we calculate the value of Y. We also can find Y is equal to 95, and if we see these lines, they are alternate angle. Y and 95, we discussed already these angles in 7.1. If you don't want to take the parallelogram AGFN, you can also write Y degree is equal to 95 degree. And what will be the reason? They are alternate angle of the parallel lines. Now is the turn of part 5. And which parallelogram is given? PQRS. PQRS is given and 3x and 120. Which type of angle S and R? Are they opposite angles or consecutive angles? They both are consecutive angles. Consecutive mean after one another, like 1, 2, 3, 4. These numbers are consecutive numbers. After 1, 2, after 2, 3, then 4, they are consecutive numbers. Same in the diagram, after S there is R, or after R there is S. They are consecutive and also base angles of the parallelogram. And we learn the characteristic about the base angles or the consecutive angles, that their sum is 180 or they are supplementary. They both have the same meaning. Supplementary means when we add two angles, the sum is 180. So they are base angles and also the consecutive angles of the parallelogram. So angle S plus angle R is equal to 180 degree. Angle S is 3x and angle R is 120. So we write 3x plus 120 is equal to 180. And what will be the reason? Sum of the base angle of the parallelogram is 180. Or you also can write that the consecutive angles of the parallelogram are supplementary. We shift 120 to the other side. The value of 3x is 60 degree. We want to find a value of x. So we divide 60 with 3. The value of x is 20 degree. X is 20. So therefore 3x will be 20 multiplied by 3, 60. We calculate the angle 3x. Now is the turn of the last part, part 6. But in new books, this part is exempted. But in old books, this part is given, part 6. We will do this if in the new books, this part was not there, will not there. So we exempt this. Otherwise, we have already done this one. Now you see that 4 angles are missing in this diagram. A, C, B, D. And they all are in different, yes, angle A, angle C, angle B, angle D, and only 2 angles are given, 123 and 55. We can find the value of C directly because C plus 123, they are supplementary angles. And also we can say that adjacent angle. Adjacent angle are those angles which have common vertex and they lies on a straight line. And also the sum of the supplementary angle will be 180. So we write C, angle C plus 123 is equal to 180, and the reason is supplementary angles or adjacent angles. 180 minus 123, C become 57 degrees. The measurement of angle C is equal to 57 degrees. And the reason is supplementary angles or adjacent angles. Now in the diagram C and B, which type of the angles they are? Now we have two parallel lines and the transversal intersect them. B and C. Which type of angle? Any one of you can tell me? B and C, they both are alternate angles. They are like opposite side of the transversal, so they both are alternate angles. C is 57, so B will also be of 57 degree. Same, you see A and 55. Which type of the angle they are? The same condition that B and C have. They are alternate angles. So measurement of angle A will be 55 because they both are alternate angle. Which angle is left now? D. Angle D is left. And you see if we add B, D and 55. If we add these three angles, we will get the value of what? Angle D. And the sum of these angles is 180 degrees. Also, we can find the value B plus D from here, or 55 plus D is equal to 123, because when we add D and 55 and 123, they both are alternate angles. So we write D plus 55 is equal to 123. Shift 55 to the other side, angle D is equal to 68. And you also can calculate D by adding B plus D plus 55, and you put the value of B is 57. 57 plus 55 is equal to 55 plus 57 plus D is equal to 180, and after simplifying, the value of D will become 68 degree. In both ways, you can calculate the value of D. Either you add B, D and 55, you can find the answer in both way of D. The answer will be same, 68 degree. Either you add B, D and 55, or you can find directly 55 plus D is equal to 123 degree. And the reason is they are alternate angles. Okay, student, we finished 7.2 and in 7th chapter only 7.1 and 7.2 is included. Now come to the objective of chapter 5 because we have done an objective of chapter 1 in the previous exercise 7.1. 4 options are given below each statement. Encircle the correct option. 4x plus 2y plus 3z is an algebraic expression. The alphabet which can assume different values is called variable. In 2x minus 3y plus 4z, there are 3 variables. Which variables are they? X, y, and z. Dash are used to represent variables, alphabets. Because A, B, C, and X, Y, Z, they are alphabets. An algebraic expression can contain number, variables, and operation, numbers and operations, variable only or operations only. Numbers and an algebraic expression can contain numbers, variables, and operations. Option A is correct. Numbers, variables, and operations. Because in the algebraic expression, all these things will necessary. But I think at the back, the option is number and operation. 2x as a power minus 2 is not a polynomial because the power of the variable is minus. And according to the definition of the polynomial, the power of the variable must be positive or 0. 7th objective. In 3x square plus 2x minus 1, the degree of the polynomial is 2 because the highest value of the variable is 2. The 8th objective is in a polynomial, the number multiplied with the variable is called a coefficient because when you have 2x or 3x, 3 is called the coefficient of x and you multiply the number and the variable. 3y square is a dash polynomial, quadratic, because 2 is the power, so quadratic polynomial is this. Biquadratic algebraic expression is a polynomial of degree 4. We have learned the definition of biquadratic in which the highest degree is 4. So in biquadratic algebraic expression is a polynomial of degree 4. Yes, now come to the objective of chapter 6. Four options are given. The square of 99 by formula is 100 square minus 2 into 100 into 1 plus 1 square. This is the correct option. X plus 1 over x is equal to 9. Then x square plus 1 over x square will be 79. The correct factorization of 5y, y minus 3 plus 4 into y minus 3 is 5y plus 4 into y minus 3. Option C is correct. Fourth is the factorization of 4x square minus 12xy plus 9y square is 2x minus 3y, 2x minus 3y. Option B is correct. Part 5. If x minus 1 over x is equal to 3, then x cube minus 1 over x cube is equal to 18. If x is sixth part, if x plus y is equal to 6 and x minus y is equal to 2, then y, you add these two, subtract these two numbers, these two equations, and 2y is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2. 7 and 8, they both objectives are not included because they are related with the next exercise, which is not included in our scheme. Yes, review exercise 7. If two lines on a plane that do not intersect each other at any point are called parallel lines. Parallel lines are always same distance apart. If three parallel lines are intersected by two transversal in such a way that the two intercepts on one transversal are equal to each other, the two intercepts. Intercepts mean segments. When we divide the parallel lines, we have 2 or 3 segments over there. Intercepts on the second transversal are equal. Option D is correct. Vertically opposite angles are congruent. Congruent means equal. Alternate interior angles are congruent. A closed plane figure with 3 or more straight sides is called the polygon. A special type of the quadrilateral whose pairs of opposite sides are parallel is called parallelogram. Next, 9th till 12th, they are objectives are regarding circle, exercise 7.3, and this is not included in our syllabus. Students, in I think review exercise 6, I told you about 5, that x minus 1 over x is equal to 3 and x cube minus 1 over x cube will be 18. When we simplify this, the cube of this will be 27. 27 plus 9. 36. Option D will be correct. In my objective, I correct the 18, but this is not correct one. 36 is the correct option. Okay. Alhamdulillah, we finished the syllabus till not the all, till chapter 7, and we done the objectives. The next chapter is 8, 9. Then after 9, we have chapter 12. Chapter 12 is about information handling, and in some books, this is chapter 10. But in my book, this is chapter 12. 3 chapters are left to us, and almost half of syllabus is complete. Okay, students, Allah Hafiz. Inshallah, we will meet soon.